Welcome back to the studio here at IFSEC FireX 2016, where I'm joined by our good friend who we spoke to last year, also channel sponsor this year. It's Andrew from
Hello.
Seagate. How are you doing, Andrew?
Very well, thank you. Very well indeed.
Terrific. Now, talk to me about Seagate here at the event this year, because you don't have a booth, but you still have a very strong presence, as well as being on the television channel.
We do. We decided this year to partner with many of the customers that have joined us in the last 12 months. So you'll find our presence on the Dahua stand, Vision, Genie CCTV, Norbane, to name but a few.
You are all over the place.
All over the place, like our data.
Like your data. Now, talk to me about what's new with, well, obviously with data, but with Seagate and how it's helping its customers to manage their data this year.
Well, since we met last year, Seagate launched the 8 terabyte version of the surveillance hard drive. This is the only hard drive now for a surveillance environment which you can use in a RAID environment. Yeah. It's got a very... The thing with capacity is that it kind of talks about one state at a time, so how much data can you store at any one point? Yep. What we prefer to talk about these days is workload rating. That's how much data you can put onto the drive over the course of the year. And think about a very modest CCTV system writes data to a hard drive at a certain rate, depending on the camera definition, number of cameras and so forth. So ours is rated at 180 terabytes per year. Other hard drives in the surveillance market are rated at only 55 terabytes per year, but a very modest system will easily outrun that in about a year to 18 months. What that means is that the hard drive becomes unstable, and therefore you're building in risk, you're building in unreliability, and the cost involved of doing warranty repair work and reputation, that sort of thing.
So high capacity, high workload,
yes.
8 terabyte disk drives as well. Talk to me about green credentials and things like that as well, because spinning disks, they take up a bit of heat, and take a bit of power and stuff. There are different ways of managing that. What's the story that you tell in terms of helping your customers to stay green?
Well, our power rating is very similar to everyone else's. It does require a certain amount of power to fire up the motor, yep. But also really there's the power off the hard drive required to cool the system down as well. A lot of the hard drive problems are attributed to heat or vibration, and we believe that we have certainly the best vibration numbers in the industry, and one of the best heat numbers as well in the industry.
Now we're talking about changes, talking about the future. A lot of vendors here this year, as they have been for the last couple of years to be fair, are talking about 4K, Ultra HD. Now that's got an additional workload, an additional bandwidth of data onto your drives. Are you seeing a growth in adoption of Ultra HD video landing on your devices?
It's very much in its infancy at the moment, but we are seeing a lot more of that higher and higher definition, which of course requires much more data, so we're in a good place. Equally, we're seeing a lot more software, video analytics being used in the systems. The move from analog to digital is also upon us. All the market stats show that one is in decline, one is increasing. We don't think that analog products will disappear, and we're seeing that in some investments that the guys are making in analog technologies. So we think it runs side by side for a number of years yet. But either way, Seagate's hard drives can be deployed in any environment.
Apart from the hard drives themselves, what else is new from Seagate this year?
Well, we're a hard drive manufacturer, as you know. One of the things we do have is on the hard drive is the Seagate Rescue option, which is the ability to recover the data should it go missing in the case of fire, vandalism, accidental deletion. We can still get the data back, and that's important because a lot of customers and a lot of regulations now are talking about data retention and that sort of thing. A lot of customers like that option as an upsell option, so if you're an installer looking to add some margin, add some value to your maintenance contract, that's an option that you can now deploy. And then the other thing is the Seagate, as I mentioned, the Seagate surveillance website as well, which is the place to go to for all product-related information, yep. As well as the market information, our view on the market. And you can use that for a number of things. One, to get all the data you might need for specifying product, but also if you're on the marketing side of a company, you might be looking to boost your SEO rating or produce some marketing, so all the photographs are there, or the images are there that you could need and you download very easily.
What are you most looking forward to from being here at IFSEC and FireX 2016?
I'm looking forward to meeting with our partners, of course, spending time with the other technologies that are adjacent just to the hard drive to understand what they're doing and to make sure that's all reflected in our future generations of hard drive.
Well, terrific. Thank you very much for joining us.
My pleasure,
Have a
thank you.
successful show, and thank you for being part of the IFSEC FireX TV party as well. Look forward to catching up with you in a couple of days' time.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.